Okay, we are at number 5. Either right actions are right because God says so, or else God says that right actions are right because they are. Now let's just think about that sentence for a bit. What does it say? It's basically saying that either God creates morality, they're right because God says so, or God reports morality. God says that they are right because they are. The question is, in what relationship does God stand to moral right and moral wrong? That's a complicated issue. That's a philosophically very sophisticated distinction. The beauty of formal logic is we don't have to worry about it. Once we have this thing simple, we can just think in terms of P's and Q's and A's and B's and chug on through it. So either right actions are right because God says so, I'll let that be S, or God says that right actions are right because they are. So it's either because he says so or because they are. If right actions are right because God says so, if S, then morality is arbitrary. I'm not going to want to use A again, so I'll use M. So let's pause. What do you think? Can we conclude something at this point? If so, what will we conclude? And would that inference be valid or not? So pause the video, think, come back when you're ready. Can we conclude something? I don't think so. We don't have enough yet. So let's just continue to read. If right actions are right because God says so, if S, then morality is arbitrary, M. Good, so that's where we are. If God says that right actions are right because they are, that would be A, then God is not the source of moral value. N. Can we conclude something at this point? What can we conclude? And would that be valid or invalid? Pause the video, think about that, come back when you're ready. So what do you think? Either S or A, if S then M, if A then N, so I think we can conclude M or N. That would be valid, that is complex dilemma. We're fine so far. So if God says that right actions are right because they are, then God is not the source of moral value. That's the thing that we just read. We concluded M or N, and now we are told morality is not arbitrary. We let M be morality is arbitrary, so not M. Okay, same 3 questions. Can we conclude something? If so, what can we conclude? And is that valid or not? Pause the video, think about that, come back when you're ready. I think we can, right? Either M or N, but not M, so it must be N. That is valid. Disjunctive syllogism. And what's our next claim? Therefore, okay, we're hitting the conclusion now. God is not the source of moral value. That's N. So we are exactly where the author wanted to take us, and we only used valid inference forms every step of the way. So this is valid. Excellent. So I'll meet you at number 6. See you then.